All right, y'all. Actors who went broke in the stupidest ways.
Johnny Depp was spending 360 grand a year on wine bottles.
That boy's an
while
alcoholic.
Nicolas Cage's bankruptcy included 9 Rolls Royces and his own private island.
Damn.
However, there are few actor bankruptcies stranger than Kim
Like,
Basinger's.
if you was going to win Phantom over, what dish you hitting him with, B-Dub? Let me hear it.
Country town. Bristleton, Georgia had only
he a fat nigga. He love to eat, so you literally can't mess with this.
Describing the town by
but let's hear it.
breading chicken is about the most exciting thing we do around here, which made the reason for Kim's purchase even more stupid. She planned on turning the town into a Hollywood tourist attraction by building a major film and recording studio with the added bonus of a theme park, homes and shopping centers at a time when Bristleton's economic conditions were so atrocious. Another local resident stated, "If we talk about the economy, everybody gets depressed."
Damn.
Given the real Hollywood was on the other side of the country, it's no surprise that the project failed, forcing Kim to resell the town for $4.3 million, locking in a $15.7 million loss, and the alienation of her entire family who'd also bought into the project. The stress from the town's failure then caused Kim to pull out of a movie she was starring in, prompting the producers
I
to
don't know who the fuck that
sue
is.
her for $8.9 million.
I don't know,
Kim
man.
couldn't pay.
Nuh-uh, I'm Dominican, but I grew up in Mexico. I just say I'm Mexican because I was born there and shit. That's crazy.
But at least Kim Basinger still had
So you're
her
black and
freedom,
Dominican?
as
So
Wesley
you're black.
Snipes' bankruptcy was so brutal, it also put him in
But you
prison.
grew up in-
He'd earned over
So you
$50
Mexican-
million from a
Wait,
range
what would
of
you be
different
classified
roles,
as
although
then?
despite purchasing an Aston Martin Vanquish, as well as mansions in both Florida and New Jersey, Wesley refused to lodge a single
he wasn't
tax
born in
return over
America.
a 7-year period, and was therefore ordered to pay the IRS
Mexican?
$23.5 million.
I do not
Wesley
believe
tried
you.
to wiggle his way out of paying by making the strange claim that he was a non-resident alien of the United States despite being born there.
He knew he had to pay the taxes. He was just trying to find ways to avoid them.
Although things got a whole lot weirder when Snipes declared he had no taxable US income, making the IRS Form 1040 absolutely the wrong form for me to file. He also claimed taxes withheld were stolen funds, whilst adding the IRS deceives people to terrorize, enslave, rape or pillage taxpayers. Although confronting the IRS was a very stupid strategy, as Wesley was immediately charged with 6 counts of willfully failing to file federal income tax returns, for which he was given a federal prison sentence.
Wesley Snipes gets 3 years behind bars.
In 2018, 5 years after
The IRS don't
being
play
released
about
from prison,
their money,
Wesley
bro.
Snipes still hadn't paid
Can't
a
run from
dollar
them
toward
niggas.
his tax bill.
I thought you were just a
and would try
regular
to settle
Mexican
the
that just said
$23.5
nigga.
million
What?
debt,
What you
while
mean?
instead
Wild?
offering the IRS $842,000.
It's funny
which
you
they
say that. It's funny
understandably
you say that statement. I thought you was a regular Mexican that say nigga because that applies to both Wild and Brazy. But Brazy's Dominican and black, so technically speaking, he would not be grouped in Mexican that says nigga, despite him being born and raised in Mexico. Yeah, the timing is crazy as fuck.
rejected. Wesley then tried arguing economic hardship, but the court
ain't the first question mark supposed to be upside down?
Dropping his tax bill to $9.5 million, which it seems he hasn't paid either. Avoiding a tax bill for 15 years might almost make him a genius. However, when Heidi Montag blew through $10 million, there was zero intelligence anywhere. Reality television was the source of her wealth, appearing in
Mexicans say nigga sometimes, and I thought that was you.
Get me out of
Ew,
here.
stinky.
Although when these types of shows completely disappeared,
like Sharpay
Heidi
Evans.
instead began recording music, spending $2 million on her very first album. She'd state, "I put every dollar I have into this. I've spent over $1 million, almost $2 million on this album. It's cost as much or more than a Britney Spears album because I wanted it to be that quality.
Hell
The songs
no.
will make an impact in pop history."
She need to get
It
GarageBand.
sold only 1,000 copies.
Damn!
As losing $2 million on a worthless album wasn't bad enough, she'd talk about her daily life by stating, "Every time we'd go out to eat, we'd order $4,000 bottles of wine. Heidi was
Bro,
going to the
beat
mall
up,
and
you
dropping
probably
$20,000
never
to
seen what I look like, or have you?
$30,000 a day.
Yeah, I was
We
streaming,
thought
I
we
don't
were
think so.
Jay-Z and Beyonce. Heidi's outrageous spending was justified because we heard that the planet was going to end in 2012. We thought we have to spend this money before the asteroid hits, although the peak of
This
her
bitch
stupidity
stupid.
was still
Respectfully
yet to
though,
come.
'cause I
With
love
the money
women.
running low, Heidi faked a divorce with her husband, who explained the split was designed to create fresh interest in his wife for a potential British TV project. Divorcing was the only way to keep Heidi's career going, although this failed.
Fuck
to
you mean
do
your skin
anything.
dark? I think
Heidi
you
Montag had
see
to
yourself
lose
in the mirror every day.
before finally learning her lesson.
We live too in the moment. People say live in the moment. Well, we did. You know, we didn't really think about our futures.
All of which could have easily been learned by researching Nicolas Cage. National Treasure had brought his net worth to $150 million,
Damn.
prompting him to spend $25 million on a waterfront primary residence,
Damn.
although Nick also felt the need to buy a holiday home. He'd therefore spend a further $15 million on a Rhode Island countryside mansion.
Who's to
also
say he don't
picking
got
up
a mirror?
$8.5
He got a
million
phone, right?
apartment for his weekends away.
Why you
in Las
assume that
Vegas.
Brazy don't got no
But
mirror?
about
What
his
the fuck you
weekends
trying
in
to say?
Bahamas?
Calling that
Well,
nigga
for
broke?
He dropped
Me
$3
personally.
million on his own private island, but this didn't do anything.
Mexicans be darker than me, so beat up is white passing. So why the fuck did you just say you were black passing when you're weird. You're weird. You're very weird.
For his trips to Europe, for which he'd spend a further 12.3
Well, I don't know if it's like considered black. Nigga, if you're Dominican, you're black.
million on 2 medieval castles where he'd
She
spent
like one of the
huge
white
sums on enormous
Hispanics.
Gatsby-style parties.
She like the Spaniards that be super light. Or, I mean, Mexicans come in all different, shades, which is very interesting to me.
By 2007, Nicolas Cage had bought 15 different houses, where he'd keep his 26 different vehicles, including 4 yachts,
What you mean you sent
9
something
Rolls-Royces,
where you can
and
see
a
my
new
skin
$3
color?
million
What is that supposed to mean?
vintage Bugatti.
I don't think I want a
Although
further
this wasn't
inquiry,
as old as his
actually.
$276,000 dinosaur skull, kept next to a bookshelf holding a $150,000 Superman comic.
Damn!
Throughout the houses lived a $150,000 pet octopus, an $80,000 two-headed snake, and a pair of albino king cobras that set him back $150,000.
Why is he buying these fucking snakes and shit? Just wait till summer, I'll be brown skinned. Oh, you one of those. You gotta rely on that sun to save you.
Cake, Nick purchased his own extravagant gravesite for a price of $40,000, finally concluding his crazy spending spree just months before the global financial crisis.
The real estate market crashed and I couldn't get out in time.
At around the same time, he began receiving fewer high-paying roles, and with 6 different loans on his Bel Air mansion, plus mortgages on every other property, Nicolas Cage was headed toward bankruptcy. By 2009, he owed a further $6.2 million in unpaid taxes, forcing him to sell almost everything. Most
Nigga, I'm moving to Colorado?
His $15 million Rhode Island mansion resold for $9.5 million, while his $276,000 dinosaur skull was taken by the government after they discovered it was originally
Fuck is nigga
stolen.
color? There's a such thing as light skinned niggas and dark skinned niggas. Black has a whole spectrum.
I never got my money back.
Nick launched a $20 million lawsuit against his former manager, stating, Cage discovered that he is now forced to sell major assets and investments at a significant loss and is faced with
If I ever
huge
come up
tax
like this, just know
liabilities.
I'm not
Although his
buying
manager
shit stupid
clapped back
crazy
by
like
claiming
this.
he
I'm
advised
gonna be on.
Cage against buying
I'm not gonna be on no J. Cole humble shit because yo, I'll be damned if a nigga catch me riding on a bike. But yo, nigga, an island bitch.
a Gulfstream jet, against buying and owning a flotilla of yachts, against buying and
Think I'm
owning
like
a
a 3?
squadron of Rolls
Fuck does that mean?
Royces, and against buying millions of dollars in jewelry and art. The lawsuit was eventually dismissed as ridiculous.
Bro, I'm hungry,
forcing
bro.
Nick
I'll be
to
right back.
take on low-quality acting roles purely to avoid bankruptcy.
It may not have been blue chip, but it would still work.
When asked how much has money driven your work choices, Nick stated there are times when it's more of a factor than not, before adding, I had this pride thing where I wanted to work my way through anything, which Nicolas Cage has since done quite successfully, unlike Randy Quaid, who gave up Hollywood
Who
to
the fuck?
chase
I don't know half
conspiracy,
these niggas on here.
bankruptcy, and all-round insanity.
I'm back!
By appearing in Independence Day, Brokeback Mountain, and every National Lampoon movie, Randy Quaid became a multi-millionaire.
I have earned approximately $40 million throughout my career.
However, despite winning a Golden Globe and being nominated for an Oscar, Randy's career came to a screeching halt halfway through 2009. Why? Well, it began after
Raw
he and
dog
his
and
wife
Frosted
were
Flakes out the
arrested
box
for
with
trying to
hands
use
work?
a fake card to pay a $10,000 hotel.
All right, check this out. I don't feel like pouring a bowl of cereal. I'm gonna be honest with you. I also live in my own. This is my own space. Nobody's eating out this cereal box but me. Why do I gotta use another dish when I gotta wash that bitch later? So I'm raw dogging the Frosted Flakes. And who's gonna stop me?
Bill, after which both refused to appear in court. After the case eventually settled, Randy and his wife were once again arrested, this time for squatting inside a vacant house.
Please put
they
milk in the
previously
box?
owned.
Okay, you're sick.
However,
You're
things
nasty.
only got weirder from here. Randy and his wife began to claim they were being chased by a group called Star Whackers who were trying to kill Hollywood celebrities.
How many people do you know personally who have died suddenly and mysteriously in the past 5 years?
While also claiming the group was somehow
I ain't gonna lie though.
controlling
I might fuck
finances.
around. If y'all were watching Get Out, you remember the white bitch and Get Out when she ate the cereal and the milk separate? I might hit that on y'all niggas. I just don't feel like pouring a bowl of cereal.
going the way they are,
Yeah.
and we don't do something about it to expose these people,
Yeah.
my wife and I will be out on the street, and we will be. We'll
I'll
have
just
nothing
grab the
to
milk
eat.
and
Okay,
then when you
that's
grab
how
a
bad
handful
it
of
is.
cereal,
As a
pour the milk in
solution,
off and eat
Randy
it.
fled to Canada, where he'd begin to
Think I'm a
upload his
barbarian, bitch.
conspiracies to YouTube.
A day of reckoning is nigh. Wake up!
After which he was
You
arrested.
niggas
for a
doing these
third time
unconventional
whilst trying to
ideas.
sneak
Let me
back
just
into
raw dog the
America.
frosted
The
flakes, bro.
Oscar-nominated actor and his wife in jail this morning after being arrested at the Canadian
You
border.
eat
in
cereal
Vermont.
normally?
Exactly where Randy's 40 million went.
Stop
isn't
cereal watching,
entirely
you bitch ass
clear.
niggas.
However, Kelly Rutherford has been extremely
Who?
open about how she spent her fortune on lawyers. After gaining international stardom for appearing in Gossip Girl, Kelly had 2 kids with a
Cereal's
German
nasty to me
who
because I
wasn't
don't
a
like
US
salty things.
citizen. The couple divorced in 2009.
That means you're not
and
eating
began
your
to
food
argue
fast enough,
about
little nigga.
custody, with a judge ruling the kid should live with their father in Europe, as he wasn't
But
permitted
you
to
right, though.
return to America.
Because he can't.
That's
come
why I hate
to
Fruity
the
Pebbles.
US. The children have to be in now France.
Yes.
The situation was so strange and unique, Kelly spent every penny she had trying to regain custody.
It's cost you what, about $2.5 million already?
It's cost me everything I've ever made, my everything.
And as a result,
Damn.
she filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy midway through the court case, having assets worth only $24,000 compared to liabilities totaling $2 million. On top
Damn.
of this, Kelly owed more than $350,000 in back taxes, $25,000 in Amex charges.
Cheerios,
and had a
Lucky
monthly
Charms,
income
Cinnamon
of just
Toast
under
Crunch, dry?
$1,300. Although despite spending
I ain't gonna
everything
lie,
she
beat
ever
up for a racist. You got good taste. Music and food.
earned, her efforts
What's up,
failed
Alex?
to
How you feeling,
impact
bro?
the court's final choice.
Gossip Girl star Kelly Rutherford stunned and fighting back tears after losing a bitter custody battle today in New York Supreme Court.
Kelly's spending was out of complete necessity, whereas Johnny Depp's spending
Thanks, man. What's
$650
the
million
word?
was nothing
I'm still
but
watching my videos, bro.
stupidity. In 2012,
We'll see-
he
we'll
was
see if
listed
Madden
as
is
world's
on the
highest
agenda.
paid
We'll see.
actor by the Guinness Book of Records.
I got like 4
Although
more
despite
videos.
earning $900 million over a 13-year period, he spent the money so poorly,
5.
Conan O'Brien joked that he must have gotten financial advice from Nicolas Cage. Similar to
Nigga
Cage,
staring at my
Depp
shit.
purchased 14 different
I know that nigga
properties,
Alvin live,
including
bro.
his own Bahamian private
Play
islands,
him.
multiple countryside mansions, and a $60 million village in
It's really my
France.
bedtime now?
Although it was Johnny Depp's day-to-day
Damn, I thought your bedtime was
expenses
at
that
8.
might have been even crazier.
It's 10:15
A
for you.
2017 lawsuit revealed he was burning $2 million a month on
Nigga eating a
$200,000
whole box
for
of
a
Frosted
private
Flakes.
jet,
What about it?
$150,000 on security for himself and his family, $300,000
It
on
was?
staff, including 40 full-time employees, and $30,000
Alvin not
online,
streaming?
which was confirmed during his trial.
He ain't gonna miss no day. He gonna be on.
However,
Oh, he
Johnny
not
Depp's
streaming right now.
craziest
Oh.
purchase was when he spent $3 million on his friend Hunter S. Thompson's funeral by firing
He
his
need to
ashes
practice
out of a
anyway.
rocket-like
He got money on the line.
Just like Nicolas Cage, Johnny Depp tried to sue his management
Fruity Pebbles
company,
better? That's a
TMG,
bad take.
Although they'd
It's a
responded
bad
with
take.
their own lawsuit stating Depp chose time and again to ignore TMG and all of his other advisors.
All right,
Depp
B-Dub.
truly has
Have a
no
good night,
one but
man.
himself to blame for his
Maybe we'll see
current
your racist ass
financial
next
and
time, but
personal
I don't know when the next time I'm gonna stream.
circumstances. In the 10 years since Vice posted this legendary
Like,
documentary,
it was a good video. Why he just ended on me like that though?